My name is Oladegolu Edward. I'll be your host, your MC for this seminar. And the seminar titled Mastering the Art and Profiting of a Productive Supervision by Professor Fayomi of Engineering, the Dean of Engineering, Bells University. However, I'll be calling on the names for those who sit on the high table. The first person here is the Doctor of Architecture, the HOD, Dr. Alabi, Shegun Alabi. Please, can you? And secondly, I'll call on Professor Fayomi to please step onto the high table. We're expecting more dignitaries. Meanwhile, before they arrive, all right, thank you very much. So at this moment, I'll call on the HOD to give us the welcome address.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are privileged to have a maiden edition of this seminar series, departmental seminar series. And you know, it's something we've been planning for some months. And it's good to have Prof Fayomi, our Prof, to be the first speaker with a very unique topic. In fact, when I saw the topic, I was just jumping and mastering the art and profiting of a productive supervisor. You know, we've been talking about supervision, and we are privileged to be working in the university system. And we know how the university system works. In fact, it's a system that every society should emanate. You know, we have the Senate, we have, processes. And in a normal society, they should try and learn from the university. They should go to the university and say how system works. And one of the problems we have as a country is system. We don't have a system. Our governments don't work with system. Our system is not organized. And the word university, it's gotten from universal. So whatever we do should be global, should be universal, should be something you take to any part of the world, and if you test it, it should give you the same results. I mean, that's research. So we are privileged to have a top researcher, a global researcher, not somebody that is local. That's Professor Fayomi, and I want you guys to pay attention, attentively, to its rendition. It's going to give us insights. It's going to give us some nuggets, some tips on how to go about supervision. It's to our own benefit. How do we profit from it? How do we grow from it? How do we advance our knowledge on it? So these are all we expected to get today. So it's the bumper package. Get ready to receive. Thank you.
Thank you very much, HOD Architecture, Dr. Alabi. That was a very succinct welcome address. We've seen some very important guests coming in now. Sorry, Dr. Adewolu, please, can you come to the high table, please, sir? And our doctor from town planning, please, can you, Dr. Simon, please, can you join them on the high table, sir? Sir, we appreciate. All right, you heard what the HOD said. In academics, you cannot neglect the importance of research. And it's very, very important to understand the system. And again, in this seminar, we will be studying, understanding from our renowned professor, Professor Fayomi, on the system of supervising. So without missing words, I'm going to call on the guest speaker, Professor Fayomi, to take the front. Thank you.
head of department of architectural department, Dr. Ade Wale Shegun Alabi, the other senior colleagues in the department, my brother and my father, Dr. Simon. Thank you very much to be here. It's an honor to see you here. I want to also mention my one and only, doctor that we always share opinions together. Dr. Adewale, thank you very much, for being here. To every one of us, including the departmental research committee, you are doing well. I think we should give ourselves a round of applause. The first time that there are some people that, because of their love for you or for their department, they can go anywhere or any length. They want to disturb you. They only disturb your pa. You know the meaning? That means they can disturb you pa till the time you say, I don't have choice. Let me just do. You see, there is one woman here. Dr. Mrs. Alabi will not allow you to rest until you do what you want. And what you want is a very positive thing, especially when she's positively looking for something that we impart, not ourselves, impart everybody. So you now begin to ask yourself, and I couldn't say no, because anytime I want things to work in the school and I don't want to go alone or pass alone, I will call her. So she used that platform to engage me this time around. The big project, she's the chairman of the big project in the college, in the school. And big project is a very big stuff because it's in the calendar of the university now. But the way you do, in fact, the first day I just showed her, Madam, what do you think about this stuff? I said, okay, sir, do you want us to work? I said, yes. And she took it off from there. So when she called to me, I said, okay, please, you must do this one. But I said, okay, I hear. So please, a round of applause for her for going that length to get the best for us. See, why we are saying this, and it's also good for us to quickly navigate into why we are here, so that we will not mix words. I look at the title, Mastering the Act and Profiting of a Productive Supervision. You see, I still remember when the first time I also enjoyed this kind of seminar. We are not much in the seminar room. You see, good thing doesn't come with much people. Good thing doesn't come with much people. Even when you have a much gathering, it's only a few people that take the value from it. So please, we are more than enough here. We are more than enough. So let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy it together. And look at this. Look at today as a reason why put today down as a major reason, please. Mastering the act and profiting of a productive supervision. Mastering the act and profiting of a productive supervision. Mastering the act and profiting of. I'm thinking this thing will change. Are you down? Okay, fine. So I'll be looking into this. The way to success, the power of learning, the value of training, beyond talent, the might of it, the excellence, quality, the art, the goal, and the conclusion. So I bring greetings from the College of Engineering, to all of you. We are glad to be able to associate with you, especially your department. Please, the way to success, please. This is one of my login. I have often said that no one ever succeeds meaningfully without learning an art. No one succeeds meaningfully without learning an art. No one. Our success in supervision is tied with our know-how. That means, what do you know that you want to give? Our success is tied with our know-how. So your supervision as a supervisor towards the supervisee is a product of your learning act. It's the product of your learning act. No one succeeds without a learning, and not just learning, meaningfully. What is know-how? Know-how is simple. Know-how is knowing what to do and doing it. So if you don't know what to do, there is no need of you doing it. And if you do it wrong. Know-how is knowing what to do and doing it. You know what is right and doing it. You think about what is right and you are doing it. But you can't do it when you don't know how to do it. Or you don't learn how to do it. So 80% of people, they got lost out of the platform because they don't know how to do it. And they don't care knowing how to do it. They don't care knowing how to do it. So you see, supervision skill is all about know-how. It's all about know-how. You must know how. Many people claim they know. They don't know. You may be a professor and you may not know. There are many professors who are not good supervisors. Many professors. They are the baddest supervisors I've ever seen. They don't have the charisma. They don't have the aura. They don't have what it takes to be a good supervisor. That is why they make students suffer. Many suffer under bad professors. They are professors, but they are not good professors in court. Why? Because they don't have that supervision skill. So they make students spend years, even when students have little knowledge, to gain access. Therefore, the power of learning. You can't buy supervision skill in market. You can't. It's not sell. It's unsellable. You can't buy supervision skill in market. You learn it. You can't politicize supervision. Give me this student. Give me this student. Do you know how to supervise that student? Don't politicize it, please. You don't know it? Go and learn it. You can't wish it. I wish I supervise this student. There is no bad student. There is no good student. Student are student. The level of the student they give you part time is the level at which they want you to go. I don't want good student. I don't want first class student in my supervision team. If you give me, they give you more problem because they claim they know. But if you give me third class, I will work with him. I will guide him right. See, most of us are looking for what is not lost. That is why we are looking for the best student. The one that you nurture will give you rest than the one that you don't nurture. You can't wish it, you learn it. You can't wish it, you learn it. The value of training becomes important. Most people do not value training. That is why they are drained. They don't value training. Because you have a PhD doesn't guarantee a qualified PhD supervision. I learned how to supervise. You see, there is something about training. It goes a long way. Imparting the people you are around. I learned it. When I was a PhD student, I was already supervising a PhD student in disguise. Why? Learning from people how they supervise. In my supervisor will not supervise any student that is not going to graduate within 3 years. So you have a trait and a pattern and a line to follow. How will you engage a student? And the student is spending 3 years, more than 3 years under you as a PhD holder. What are you doing? You say the student is not serious. What makes the student not serious? Because the essence why the student is there is because you are the supervisor to guide through. Every complaint the student is getting from anybody is your problem. It's your problem. So because you have a degree does not make you qualified to supervise a PhD effectively. No. So whatever, you have to school yourself. You have to school yourself. That is why you see a student cannot say I have degree in architecture. You have to school yourself. You have to train yourself. And you have to steer yourself. You steer yourself. Where is this knowledge missing? Let me go and learn it. Dr. Alabi, you know how to do simulation. Please teach me. When you teach me, I will teach my student. That's the way to go. Most of us are out of it because we don't understand that dynamics. Let me say, some students will give you the skill that you don't know. But the question is, you must have this intelligence or ability to be attentive, to be able to bring this student, to bring those good things for you. Most of us are too proud to supervise. We are too proud to supervise. That is why we don't even supervise well, even when we have privilege to do. Ladies and gentlemen, school yourself, train yourself to supervise, and also steer yourself to supervise. Be encouraged as a supervisor. Be proud as a supervisor. Be challenged as a supervisor. When they call me supervisor, I'm always glad to be called supervisor. Within 5 years after my PhD student, I've supervised 10 PhD students to completion. 10. Within 5 years, 10 PhD students, more than 20 master's degree students at a go. And if you look at their work, none of them will ever graduate without publishing in their work. No, but never. Sometimes, even from university, they have to pen down. From University of Ibadan alone, I published more than 5. Finished supervision of PhD more than 5. Within 5 years. And people say, when I see some people say, no, the way we do here, even University of Ibadan, they will allow you. You see everybody. How about? School yourself. Steer yourself. And train yourself. Beyond talent, please. Beyond talent. So you may have everything, but beyond talent, most of us overrate our talent or gift. So, I'm a first-class student. And do you know what? Nothing they can tell me. I'm just good because I have a first class. Let me tell you something. That's the talent. That is what we call growing talent. I don't care who you are. If you have a third class student may grow well than a first class student. It's all about you understanding the kind of student you are working with. Every talent that you don't grow dies. Every gift that you don't grow dies. So every supervision skill that you don't grow dies. The one you are using to supervise the same student, 10 years you are still using the same skill. No addition. You won't grow well. You just be beginning. 10 years ago when we are at the University of California, this is how this supervise. The world have moved. You are still in the University of California. Somebody told me some time ago around here, I will keep his name. He said, this is how we do UI. I said, Oga, please don't bring UI this thing here. UI that you're talking about, when do you finish from UI? He said 2012. And you have not supervised one student after that time. How many students have you supervised from UI in recent current disease? He said, no, but because I said, look at, I've supervised 5 students from UI. So, Mr. Man, don't bring, UI have changed. During your time, did UI use Turnitin? He said, no, UI is using Turnitin now. So, what is the problem? So, don't keep in the old ways. Some professors are so weak to learn more. So they keep the same way, the same thing, the same way, the same thing. And you want the student to, please, be humble to learn. I'm sorry. Hear this clearly. Talent is never enough. Talent is never enough. To optimize your supervision gift, you need to train it, steer it, push it, and what? Press it daily. You steer it, your talent. You steer that talent. It's never enough, please. Don't say you have finished PhD and you think that you have no. Please, there are things you didn't cover in your PhD. You know it. There are things you didn't cover in your master's degree. You know that. Isn't it? Me and you know now. There are things that you run away from that your supervisor was not able to get you on. Yes or no? And then after you have gotten your master's degree and PhD, why can't you go and learn that thing? So you see that your talent is never enough. Some of us, we cut corner from our supervisor just to have a safe landing. Now, you have gone away from that, but can you just imagine yourself making sure that you go back to those things that you cut corner on and review it and make your student enjoy it? That's the power of supervision. Therefore, not every professor is a good supervisor. You can see me as a professor. Some professors, they didn't graduate one PhD or master's degree before they gave them professor. We can see it in Nigeria now. A professor may not graduate even one and he become a professor. Some of them didn't even graduate one master's degree and they become a professor. You can bear me witness. It's in your heart. So how will they know when they now give them accidentally a PhD student supervisor? That means the student will suffer. Because if they have tested it and they know how it goes, they will not dare punish any student not graduating on time. When they know, even if the student is reluctant of moving forward, they will steer the student to move forward. That is the essence of supervisor. So you must have supervisory mentality. And that's why I said supervisory mentality is like learning the act of driving a car or being a pilot. You don't say, I have a car now. You just go and carry car. I tried one day of a thing. I don't know who tell me to. I was shaking. I took my in-law car. I was trying to learn car that time. He parked the car down. I went to carry the key. And I put the key, I just on it. So before you know, I've already hit the wall. Everybody put hand like this. Almighty Lord. Even I, what saved me was the wall. The wall. That primary school, you know that primary secondary school in Iju. That Iju secondary school. If you enter Iju secondary school, you know I've stayed here. I'm a village boy. If you enter Iju secondary school, that one inside, and my sister's side house was at the front. So the man just parked the car. I just carried the car. I don't know. Come River. I just want it poor. I just say, King Zebimatoni, this is just a car now. Meanwhile, I don't know, maybe there's reverse. Man. I say I came out from this thing like this. I was shaking. Since that day, if I see car like this, I learned the power of training. Don't dear nonsense. Okay. Professor Fayomi, one of the best researchers in Africa. Rated. He can do anything. Give him architectural drawing. Ordinary BSc, it's just common sense. Say, give me architectural design. Can you interpret this thing? Remember, he's a professor of mechanical engineering. He can interpret anything. It's a lie. He will just tell you what is not right. He just says, you know what? Do you know the kind of grammar we speak here? He will just speak nonsense grammar to you because that's not his area. Can you use anointing to drive pilot to become a pilot and say, okay, I want to carry this aeroplane? Who will enter the aeroplane with you? Or farming? Do you understand something? That is the power of supervision. You train yourself, you learn it. So as a supervisor, it's not like I'm just being made supervisor because I have master. No, please. Read more. And the world is global now. You can read from internet how to supervise students where. So what's the problem? I don't claim to be a pilot. You learn to fly. How? You learn how. The know-how. You must learn it. Do you understand? That is the way to go. You must learn the know-how. The excellent qualities. A good supervisor can work with any class or grade of student. Bad, average, or good. A good supervisor. Whatever your student becomes, you become. Whatever you become because you make them become. You become because you create the environment for them to become. You become because you build the structure that allow them to become. I'm not saying the college now. I'm not saying the department. I mean you as a supervisor. They become because you made them to become. You are sharp, they are sharp. Let me give you this story. A very quick one. There's a student that Cumberland University employed at the time, a lecturer. And this guy, when you have a master's degree, maybe at the time they will tell you that you should do, when you have a master's degree, you are employed as a lecturer, you say you should do your PhD. So this young guy was employed. And after the employment, they told him to start his PhD. But when he started doing his PhD, during his lecture, when you are a lecturer too, sometimes you may not know how to put your feet. So some of the lecturers that pass when he's teaching, they say, this boy is not sound at all. But he's a lecturer. But do you know one thing? This guy started his PhD in the University of Ibadan. For the past 5 years, he couldn't finish. So he now applied, and they gave him the job. So he has to register for PhD. Now every lecturer that wants this guy, sir, they will say they don't want. He's a lecturer. But because they know his standard, maybe, people like cheap things. They don't want anything that will cost them. And I said, okay, fine. So everybody said, pick. Everybody pick the one that says he's writing paper. Everybody pick the one that says, they pick. I left them. And I said, boy, you are left alone. The guy is older than me, 10 years old. 10 years older than me. He started like, sir. Yes, I was left alone. Now, you see the reason why you have to prove yourself? That you are not as dull as the thing. And I picked this guy. The first time I told him, you will move when other people are moving. You will fly when other people are flying. But you must prepare to do what I said you should do. Let's go and move. You know what? The first presentation came. First presentation. I just know how to do it. I said, go and draft the PowerPoint. The guy got the PowerPoint. The first time he prayed with the president, the guy was shaking up. Even me, that is professor, a rumba mini. Have you ever seen that supervisor? You are shaking where you are sitting. I said, kill it. Boy, what are you saying? The guy didn't. You would think the guy was reading news. The PowerPoint presentation was, sir. If I give it to you, you will have, is it 100 level student or 100 level student? That's how bad it is. I told him, man, I'm busy here. Meet me at home. Meet me at home, sir. We got home. You see, my wife is a very quiet person, to the extent that she doesn't like me raise my voice. If you see me raise my voice, that means that thing has hit me. Then we start at the back, at the corridor, at the veranda. I said, look at this nonsense you are doing. If I'm correcting you, you better listen. Look at this nonsense you are doing. Is that the one you say? Primary school students cannot even do this. I was correcting the stuff with my own hand. Do you see the way I'm doing it? This is not the way you have to do paragraph here, this you space it so that you must be attractive and beautiful. You see? But this is not the way you can be like you are a village boy. I was correcting him, charging him, abusing him. He said, yes, sir. This guy was just saying, yes, sir, I know. Now, this correction I've made of the thing, go back and do it. Come and present back to me. So he left my house around 10 p.m. in the night, from morning. And the next morning we have a presentation with the department. When did the guy present? They told the guy, they said, man, after the guy presented, we know that Fayomi gave it to you. I said, I didn't give him anything. It's coming up. They said, here. This guy, he may be looking at the stuff, but he's catching up on the way. So. 1 year. This guy meets me every time. He's a lecturer, he's doing his work. But after that moment, sir, do you know before this guy finished his PhD? Sir, till now, if you go to that department now, this guy finished his PhD before 3 years. His name is still in University of Canada, he's still a student. But he has finished his PhD years. This guy published more than 14 papers in his PhD. Sir, this guy is an oracle in writing papers now. Today, like every lecturer wants this guy for me. Let me tell you something. You can make anybody anything. The day the guy came to me, I said, my wife said, hey. So do you know what? When you are correcting a student or you are making a student, people are seeing you. They are abusing you. That your voice is hard. Your voice is nothing. Do you know that many people know the way you grown the student? One of the students of recent now came to beg my wife. I was not in the house. I came to Midway that I should please tell my wife that my wife should please help me to. She should beg me to train her the way I train the other guy, because the other guy also a PhD. She's a female. They left her also the same way. But she knew very well the way I trained that one, and everybody was talking that way. So she wanted the same one. I said, I don't train woman like that though. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everything. You have dimensions of skills of it. So you can't train the way you train this man. Everybody have different skills. The way you are trained is different. So when you want to adapt students, you must look at this student and look at the student and see different way of approaching them. To approach them. Not like you say you use the same method. Are you a soldier? Are you an army? The same method. Why you are not whole school? Supervisor must have diversity of skill of how to approach students individually. Some are sound, some are intelligent, some are not patient, some are patient. You need to look at those things. Do you understand? We're running up. Sorry, my presentation is not only small. When your life is not inspiring, you cannot gain any much from an inspired student. Your life is not inspiring. It's not looking as if it's inspiring. You have to inspire your student, you are not inspiring them. A student is weak, you are saying you are so weak, you are so, weak, gone. Okay, weak, gone. You know, HOD, please. HOD, come and pick your student from you. Your life is not inspiring. You know you can do it well. You can become what other. You charge them up. And I say that. You know, some of us even here, say, student come. Go and meet your neighbor. Say, don't come to me. Don't come to me. I have my life also to live. Do you understand that? Now some lecturers they're not getting what I'm saying. Huh? Let's go and pick this cup. Do you understand what I'm saying? They have their ways of life. So let your life be inspired, and before you know, you will have a very good way. Let's try to look at this as we conclude. The act. Supervision is not an easy ride. Let's agree with that. It requires what? Number one, dedication. Do you understand? Supervision is not an easy ride. It requires dedication. You must be a dedicator. You must be dedicated by giving out your time, by giving out your energy, by giving out your value and virtue. You must be dedicated, sir. Please. You want to have student best. You want to have the best of students? Please be dedicated. Be dedicated. Be dedicated. Number 2, sacrifice. 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 Define the process together with the student. Do you understand? I'm talking about the act of supervision. I said supervision is not an easy ride. It requires some skill. Supervision is not an easy ride. It requires some skill. Number 1, the first thing you need to know is dedication. Your time dedication, your energy dedication, your value education, and your virtue education. That means everything about you is being delivered to your student. Everything, not one. Don't hide it. Give them. Every of my students see me every day, 6 p.m. every day in this school, not anywhere. This school, you see me 6 p.m. If they born you, where don't come. And I hope you register for you. You sign. As you come every day, you sign. The day you don't come, you know. That's undergraduate student because they are residents here, isn't it? Your master's degree students sometimes they are not residents in the school, isn't it? Create ways of managing them. Don't be hard. Don't be too flexible. You see, let me tell you something. When you talk about managing people, I'm not saying you should kill them. I'm talking about make sure you are in between. There's sometimes you know the best of them. You need to get them with a simple way. Come, what are we doing now? Where are we? Do you think that this idea, that is how you talk to them, this idea will really work? Okay, let's try to look at it from this perspective. But the student come today, sir, I want to see you. No, I'm in Ochoko. Call me by 5 p.m. When is 5 p.m.? Sir, you said I should come by 5 p.m. You are disturbing me. I need to rest. I hear come over. See me tomorrow by 8 a.m. The student rush to the school, sir. He's in the school. I said, sir, good morning, sir. How's the family? He said, don't ask anything about my family. My family is okay. What is your goal? Straight to the point. Sir, you say I should see you today. No. You see, I have lecture. Immediately I finish my lecture. I think they told me to do some construction work, and I need to go and go. I will have to go and look at the construction work if it's completed or not. You are wasting people's life. You are not dedicated to your work. Among your priority, put your student there. This is your priority. This is their time. Don't be too hard. A student is supposed to graduate within 3 years. Why not supervise them within 3 years? Create time for them. If you don't have preparative, platform, you will lose the track. Even you as a supervisor. Sir, can I tell you something? When I was struggling in my previous school, everybody was laughing at me. When I was growing those students, they were laughing at me. But do you know one thing? The new law in that school now said if you have not supervised 3 master's degree or 2 master's degree and a PhD, you can't move to associate professor or professor. Now, most of them are denied, at least I know more than 20 people are denied promotion because of that act. In fact, one of them even ran to me now. He wanted to cross the bed. I said no. Which we have new policy. You're not getting what I'm saying, everything. Don't bring, if you can't meet up there, then you can't meet up here. Hello, sir. If they can't meet up anywhere, they can't meet up here. This is not a dumping place. Are you getting what I'm saying? So, sir, wise up. I took all the students. I was passing through the pain, but look at the gain now. Most of them, even if they become professor anywhere in their school, they may not be able to get professor anywhere. Because if you get lecturer 1 here, if you live here, they want to check if you can get lecturer 1. Abi? If I live any school here now, as I'm going, sir, any school I go to Nigeria, I will get the best. But can you boast yourself as a professor? Any school I go here, I will get the best. You just laugh at the work. from the beginning. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everything. Number two, sacrifice. Defend the process together. You see, when you are supervising a student, you have to defend the project together. You see, anything your student present, you present it. Not that I didn't see it though. You see, I've not seen it before you come to present. Actually, anybody that tells you that, just tell the person. You are the one, you are a failure. Anybody that comes to present, you see, don't ever present your student if you know that you are not prepared. If the student fail, you fail. Take the responsibility, sir. Yeah, it's true. It's true. When the student are failing, I was sitting up. If I didn't go through the student work, I know very well. If the student fail and they point out something, I know that it's my fault. And I will know that it's because I didn't go through this area. So take that responsibility. My student is presenting on 2nd February now in our client. And when he wanted to send it up, I said, don't send it until I give you permission to send it. So after I finished the correction, and I said, send it now. He said, I have the permission of my supervisor to send it. That looks beautiful, isn't it? So anything that is coming, I tell the video that. That is what supervisor does. Not that they go and face them. Anything they say. And that's why you say some supervisor, they will not even come down here. They say, be like, say, tell them I'm sick. Don't do that. Don't do that, please. Are you understand? You are losing your value. That's the meaning. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Number 3. And as I said, defend the cost together. I said number 2, I said defend the cost together, isn't it? Yes. Number 3, appreciation. So a student brought a good idea or a good structure. Charge them. Thank you. Good job. You are getting there. Just motivation. Wow, this is amazing. Why can't you go and do this solid work and add it to it? You say something is wow. And the next thing, why can't you go and do this? See, there are things that your student will do. Sir, can I tell you something? I had a student at the time that I published 8 papers from his work, undergraduate. 8 papers in Esivia. The whole paper is in Esivia. 8 papers. You can go and check it online. So they. This student is undergraduate student. Sir, this student, she died. I made to my paper. See no more in love. I gave him more than what is required. But he graduated with A. But the remaining one becomes my gain. But I made sure that he explained those things. Because the guy was ready. So there's some students that are ready. There's some students that are not ready. There's some students that they take to understand your student per time. And don't say because this one is ready, you want to kill this one because it's not ready. Because your A, this one may do a job that is little. That is A job. This one may do a times A, but it's still A. Be careful on how you rate your student. Don't overrate your student or don't think that don't kill them. When anyone has done good thing, thank you. That's a good job. Can we do this one? So what is working right? Do you understand what I'm saying, everything? So that is the reason why you have to learn to say thank you. Appreciation. It motivates them. It motivates them. When you see my staff do something, sometimes I will appreciate them. Thank you very much. That's a good one from us. We have done this. We can do more. Somebody said the value of a good job is what? You see more job. I what they call it. Yes, sir. So you see, when they say you have done good job, that means they are bringing more job to you. And that's why I told myself, after 1 year, I don't want to do things again. Just leave me, let me run away. Because the question is that when the value of good job is more job, you will kill yourself. The job is giving you more. So, sir, please, after this one, please, let that person. I want to run. Let me just bring anybody, let them do 1 year too. I mean, I don't even want 2 years. The 2 years is even too much. Even 6 months, cut it. I'm ready to leave now. That's why I don't have anything in my dean's office. When I just say, just carry my folder, this is only folder, I just carry them and they go. Because my students are my priority. And lastly, be empathic. This is taking the bull by the horn, being straight and clear with what you want from your student. Please, some people say, this is what I want. No, tomorrow they say, no, go back on this one. Please, be empathic. You are tossing with the heart of a student. If you don't know, go and ask your mate that knows. And now please, say, Kashibai. If you lecturer are so proud. Try to ask your mate. What is the big deal of me asking my mate? Please, I want my student to do this work on this. Maybe you are doing something on simulation, and I want the student to have some idea of that. Why can't I say, I can't do something related to simulation for me? Maybe you have to do as my student work on that area. Is there a problem? And even before you know, all of you can even write papers together and grow yourself together. You will have your student names together. Isn't it? But all of us don't say, only me and myself. Only me and myself. You won't get this supervision. Master's degree student. You have to, even your mates. Sir, I'm a doctor. Somebody has not become doctor. And you know that in that area he knows more. Please help me do my student work in this area. Maybe you give me some idea of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? And before you know, we get it across board. Simple. What is the problem?
No.
Okay.
Our dean has come.
Do you understand? Dean of Engineer, Dean of COEPS, you are welcome, man. A round of applause for our dean. Ma, come to the front. I want to be seeing you at the front here. Or you want me to go? So we should be what? Emphatic in our approach. Emphatic in our approach. Emphatic in our approach. And I think I have 4 more slides to go. Let's look at our goal. The goal. This is your goal as a supervisor. Number 1. Your goal as a supervisor. Be part of their journey. Be part of their journey. Please. Let's be part of our student journey. If we are part of that journey, we have rest. Sir, I'm sorry. I've enjoyed the blessing of supervisor. I must tell you emphatically. During New Year, 1st of January 2022, one of my students sent 200,000 naira to my account, my student. Sir. No, I was asking myself, man, is it? I hope it's not the same. Maybe I want to send 20,000 naira. That he sent 20,000 naira. Sir, this person, I can't even imagine we have such kind of money. Because we are on track, but the job doesn't really, I don't know, maybe his job. You know, I just, are you doing well? I don't ask you what job are you doing. Are you doing well? Whether you are doing anything, I don't want to care. But sir, how is the progress now? He finished PhD with me. But that doesn't guarantee that you give me 20,000 naira. You are done, you are working, you are enjoying your life, you are doing things. But that doesn't make 20,000 naira. So you know what 20,000 naira cover? I went back to check where the list of what I need to cover. The 20,000 is swallowing it up in victory. But you should understand what it means.
Yes.
For 20,000, sir, the power of good supervision. Be part of their journey. You will enjoy the profit later. Number 2, you are their pillar. A pillar to them. Be a pillar to them. Like that, nobody can defend your student like you. Don't give anybody to defend your student for you. If I'm not there in their defense, sometimes it always pains me. We had your dean one day dragged me to one our COD, and I need to defend one of my students as a flight. And before you know, sir, they started picking one hope, and you know the first supervisor was the one asking questions. It was then that one of the person that lost me, you know, before they said, Mr. Man, please, it's your student. And we know that he has said, he said, yes, sir, but then he said, no, please. No, that's the reason why we know if Fayomi is here. Please, Fayomi is here. You pick one, I didn't give you. But I'm giving you this one. But I will correct it though, but not like you will talk to me. You will talk to me constructively. And talk to my friend constructively. But not like you will talk to me as if you say, hey, what have you done? Anything I've done something. And aside from doing, so that to be a pillar to the father say, no, he's killing. He's not a serious boy. He doesn't know this come. You know when sometimes, even I've called him 50 times before he comes over here. Please, can you help me to kill him? You are not a killer. You are a killer. Be a peacekeeper. Be a what? Peacekeeper. So let them see that you are walking so that they can follow your pace. Let them say that you are walking so that they can follow your pace. No, but mechanical engineering now got more than enough students this year. You know why? Because people who are following me, they know. I say, I'm putting my leg like this. They know where I'm going to. When they saw that I'm in best, they are following me. All the students from other places where they want to go there for master, they reduce. They say no, they are going here. They know that if they follow you, you won't graduate them. I was like, you do not just follow where you're going. You just say the money is easy. You know, I bet. Where do you say it's going? You say it's going to what does it carry one common to? Lastly, be a plus to them. Be a plus to them. Don't let them regret that they. Not that I'm student, they regret. Say, oh Lord, lie me. Say, even if it's the last supervisor that is remaining, PhD. Okay, go. So, have you ever heard to them now? If it's the last oboe, so there is no PhD, there is no supervisor in the world again, but this is the last supervisor. Sir, Jesus, let it go. That shouldn't be your case, isn't it? My students say, think that God. I said, all of them are even recommendation. How many times have you say recommendation? If I want your recommendation, you don't recommend me that. So therefore, profit trade. This is your property now. When you are supervised student, this is your property, isn't it? This is the last thing. I have 3 more slides to go. Peace for inspiring destiny to excel. You have peace of mind. I thank God. That's your property. I thank God. Number 2, pride of being a success as a supervisor. Pride. You thank God for it. Just imagine, I'm telling you, I survived 10 PhD students, more than 15 masters degrees. It is proud. If you are angry, you can be angry. It's sorry. But me, that is my pride. Do you know what it takes to survive? Do you know how many people have killed me as I was sitting there? When they tell you when you are surviving, they say, do you know when you get to all the person, don't talk, but I want to talk last. So do you understand? Do you know the pains? Say, don't talk, survivor doesn't talk until you finish. And the thing will pay me, you say, no. And now I finished 10 and 15 master on seat, being paid, being touched. Wait, don't talk, wait. And you're not saying I should not. It's not big. I'm celebrating it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Please. Even somebody is supervised 1 master degree, 1 PhD family. Sir, he came to church and said, I thank God, I survived. I tell you. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So the population that day was up to 200 population in that garden. And he said testimony time, testimony. And what the guy came to do, he said, and you know what the easy, say, I thank God I have supervised my first page. He said, ha! And I look at myself, and I say, professor, huh? So what do I do? And I say, God, I made mistake. Next time, anytime I supervise a page period, I will write down the 4. I'm saying thank you. Because sometimes we don't know what it was. Do you understand what I'm saying? You may not know. So it's your pride. Number 3, respectability. You gain respect for that. Number 4, promotion and progress. Now, best university shipping, sir. Sir, all of you, I want please, sir, come on. You can please tell your people. The new promotion criteria is coming. Any more program. You have to supervise master degree and PhD student, and supervise them well. Are you getting what I'm saying? If you don't, when the promotion comes, don't blame your dean or say, Dean, if you're doing your tenure, you don't want to give us a senior lecturer and ask you professor and professor. Mama, are you hearing what I'm saying? So tell them, It's not you, it's the policy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? For progress. And the more person appeals as well, you will be able to convert their paper, their work into patent or into papers that can profit you and profit the nation and profit the body of knowledge. Not just supervising and you clearly publish one. My friend will come. Even the best university. Well, if you go to mechanical, what you are done with their ID? Don't be here. No student, yesterday they came. And you know what? I showed your YouTube. I show my student test. I show test on every communication. This month alone, I've sent them on 7 messages. Where the do analysis, I know. Why I came yesterday and said this to me. If this one here is not working, go to this place. So you must guide them, go to this place. So you came yesterday and said from Nimesa. If you like it, you are from aeroplane. That's what I will come. Go to where I said you should go to and go and do your work. My target in that work is already 3 papers. I know my target. So how do you say you publish, you 3 master's degree, you don't publish 1 paper? Never. Not to do. Only day. Then, what now? You must do. You must publish. Sir, please take it as a record. Any scopus, they must publish. Minimum 1. Let's just start from there. 1. So when they start on time, they will get it on time. What about their review? Can't they publish their review? If you say they can't even publish their result now, what about their review? When they are doing anything, they will remove it out from them. So it's not a problem. It will have to the system, have to themselves. Why some people cannot do PhD outside the country? Sometimes it's because they want to, when they ask you, say, where is your publication? Don't you know? Most of you that are going for postdoc, they will ask you, show us the list of your publication. So if you don't get it now, when do you want to get it? Value addition. I just talk about money now. 20,000. I've been receiving, no, not that one. I've been enjoying small. What in Jawama? I know they chop to their money already. The other one brought, before you came, the other time to come and greet me. Another one, he just says, I was passing by. And I say, I do not pass through water. I will not greet you. And when he was coming, he got one perfume. The perfume I saw it from the back, he want to tell me. All the things you see me wearing, I know they buy them, they give you. All these things that people are saying, you know, that perfume, now I have one of perfume in there. That's what they give. If you don't add anything to anybody, they won't give anything. They won't give you anything. I don't know when I use my hand to buy suit, clothes. All these things are gifts. The only thing where I don't say no be gift, which I wear now only my body. Where go gift. For every other one, now gift from people. So you can value adding, add value. They will give you many things. So you don't need to play and say, please, you are not giving me. I don't say, please, we don't want that in here. Best is too special. Best is too special than all businesses. Just do your job, you will have gifts. And when you have gifts, you will say, no, I don't need it. Say no, sir. Even if you don't need it, you will have this one. This one, not from my heart. Not like this one, and you beg me to get it. And that is why your alumni, you must train them well. Even that's why anything you are doing, sir. So my alumni came to our department for the day. Let me address it. So you will understand the power of giving, give getting. They came and showed what we are doing in the process. And some of them who are doing work, they say, sir, no, we will have value to it. And some of them brought money. 600,000 and get to the college. And that is why you see most of the things that we finish up there were through the gifting of my life. People who bless me. You know, nobody will give you anything. Nobody will give you anything. Nobody will give you anything. In conclusion, okay, as a conclusion, to be a productive supervisor, you need to be what? Number 1, an inspirational. I mean, an inspirational to them. The inspirational to them is my secretary that typed this one. Don't mind me. A lifesaver to them, a motivator to them, a bridge bearer to them. If your judge said, no, say, what do you say we should do now? My PT coordinator, just now. You see, I'm very correct. I have to tell you just now. Okay, my phone is here. As I was talking, somebody just said, the PT coordinator of where my friend was presenting on this said, and he tried to do this thing. I said, fine. So he said did that. Later on, he talked back. I said, I think that he said that this area, don't you think I should? I said, fine. you return it back again. And as a student, do it. So, the student cannot be calling because the student is more closer to me than the way he's closer to the pitch coordinator. Hello, sir. The student has to be closer to you than the pitch coordinator. You don't get what I'm saying? Pitch coordinator is to guide the whole department on where to go. But the relationship between you and supervisor will be closer, isn't it? Yeah. After you have done, I said, pitch coordinator, now check your email now. Because the student cannot return it back to you again. You have to check your email and say, yes. Okay, why is it that it does not be sent to? He said that I'm in a meeting and I'm trying to consult with the HOD on when the date will be fixed. So that the student cannot ask when is the day, but I can ask when is the day. So who am I? I'm to connect between the supervisor, between the student and the pitch coordinator, the department and the pitch coordinator and the student. But I said, go and meet your pitch coordinator. But you're the supervisor. I said, no, I'm the supervisor, but now this is not my own, I'm the pitch coordinator. No. Everything that you send to us, HOD or your pitch coordinator, to pass through your supervisor. What I said? Anything that will pass through what? To go through your HOD, to pass through your what? That's how it's supposed to be. That's the honor. So you have the bridge there. You see, we can't finish it enough. But we can just to charge you all. That is a way far ahead for everyone that is ready to take up the right pathway. This is the pathway to a successful supervision. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for having me.
Thank you very much, Professor Fayomi. That was a very insightful lecture. Very, very interesting, and it's a very important area that every one of us are always interested in. All of us are looking at building up our academic career, building up writing papers, and working with the students. And before going to the next topic, I would like to appreciate the presence of our professor, our Dean of Environmental Science, Professor Okoko. Thank you.
I want to welcome everybody, welcome our Dean, our lecturer for today. Professor Fayomi, whom we are related. You understand me? When he was in South Africa, sir, you inspire me. And up to today, I made that one as my benchmark. Just let me stop here. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. It's a privilege having someone like Professor Fayomi here with us. And I appreciate everybody here today present at our first inaugural seminar at the Department of Architecture. At this juncture, I'll be calling Dr. O.A. Alabi, our Chairman Research Committee, to give us our vote of thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate everybody turning up, and really appreciate the professor from engineering, Professor Fayomi. You've really been an inspiration with what you've delivered to us today. Personally, I'm charged up, and I believe that everybody else here that listened to you has received something to run with, not just to work with, but to run with. Thank you so much, Prof. Dean of the College, Prof. Okoko, for coming. HOD, also thank you for encouraging the organization of this seminar. Next seminar presentation that we'll be having, the Dean of Environmental Sciences, that's Prof. Okoko, will be delivering another lecture to us, which will also greatly impact our lives. And sir, as you were talking, I got inspired, and I think in our schedule we might have to find a way of introducing Mastering the Art of Publishing. So, for you, another day. Mastering the Art of Publishing. Because it's also something that many of us have battled with. Many of us have really, really struggled with. And like you said, if you do not know the way, it will be very hard. They say, Oyinbo she pencil no she eraser. If you don't know that there's an eraser existing, you would actually even end up tearing the paper, trying to erase what you've done with your pencil. So we will find a way of organizing a seminar in the future on that topic so that we'll get to learn. I want to thank everybody once more. Thank you so much. Architect Adewolu, Architect Dr. Adewolu, Dr. Simon. And I saw some people, okay, they've gone. I saw some people at the back and our neighbors and friends from other departments. Thank you for coming, Ms. Zoewole and co. God bless you all.